So we're going to do another heat gun shrinking comparison here. We're going to take this $20 beat-up Wagner. I've been using this for quite a while now. It kicked that little Craftsman's butt over there in another comparison, so I'll have a link in the description if you guys want to see that video. Shrink half a windshield in 1:40 seconds, and that one was like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So definitely recommend this one, even though it feels a little bit like a toy. But Fusion, I like Fusion. I like Fusion very much. This drawer will show you how much I like Fusion. I like them very much. They make squeegees and tinting tools. So they have this heat gun here called the Fusion Max Flux. And it is around $180, $190. How do we even open this thing? Ooh, look at that. A little advertising there for them. So this heat gun has been recommended to me a bunch of times. And I've just, oh wow, they have it pre-wrapped. Dang, I didn't think they were going to pre-wrap it. I thought I was going to have to do that here. Well, that's cool. So this is definitely an unusual heat gun. It looks like it comes with some extra things on the inside, so probably, I'm assuming, well, we need a surface to put that down. Probably extra tape. So this is their afterburn tape, so we'll talk about that a little bit. It's got a little card here. Please note, heat tool may emit vapor. That's true, because they do emit vapor. And then they got the little standee for it, because it looks an awful lot like a soldering heat gun. So we're going to toss that aside, because this is all that really matters. Ooh. Beefy cable, too. So let's untwist this and check this guy out. So what is this all about? What's up with the orange tape? I've seen orange tape on other heat guns. What is that about? Well, a couple things. One thing. It's made, so this is wrapped around a metal end. So the metal end, most heat guns have a shroud that kind of protect you from getting burned, you know, because this part gets real hot. And then you've seen some heat tape maybe on some other heat guns before. So it's basically this completely exposed. So they got this heat tape, they wrapped it around the entire thing, and then you have this is kind of your temperature control here. So this is really like more for airflow and stuff. So you can do all the way, it's got two settings here. So I'm assuming one of them's gonna be like low and then high, and then this is probably just your airflow. So all the way open, close to kind of like slow this down a little bit. And then this is probably your heat here. I don't know for sure, but this thing gets hot. This thing gets real hot. They all get hot. But the question is, ooh, it's just the first one. First one sounds like it kicks it up more. Second one sounds like it's lower. That's good to know before we do a direct comparison between the two. So we're gonna put these through their paces here. We're gonna put a stopwatch, and we're gonna try both of these against each other. Wagner's going to go on the same side it did before. We're going to start with that one first, and then we're going to try the Fusion Max Flux on the other side. Start. My goal is to not shrink as fast as I can. My goal is to kind of go through my regular pace here and just kind of get a good gauge. Is this naturally going to speed me up, or is it going to be a big pain? You guys have seen me shrink plenty of windshields before. We're doing 70% ceramic, so that's also a little monkey wrench in the thing. It's just ceramic. This ceramic shrinks well, but ceramics usually shrink a little bit slower. So keep that in mind when you're watching this. So the first time that we used this on the X4 windshield, 1:40 seconds. So we should fall within that range still. I'm actually curious to see if it's going to be longer or exactly the same. And we're going to be fair. We're going to go right to the edge. A little bit more shrinking on the bottom than the top. Let's go. Yeah, definitely not setting land speed records here. But, like, you don't need it to. It's like if I were to spend the extra money on it, $20 versus like $190. Sure, there's going to be some diminishing returns there, but done. Stop. 2:04, couple seconds short because fumbled. But hey, look at that. So we're oh no, we're a little slower actually because we were 140. Sorry, the other one was 220. So we're about 20 seconds slower on this windshield than we were on the other one. Dart. Let's hustle over there. Oh man, I'm walking so fast to catch up. Woo! This thing's got some like oomph to it. Okay, we turned it up to the top because it just felt like it was doing air. I don't have this thing dialed in at all either. So I've never used this very much at all, so I don't want to give this like that's cooler. This is high. Okay, so turn that up all the way. Go. Oh my god, what the heck? I don't feel like this is any better. It's blowing like a... What's throwing me off is it's blowing like a ton of air. So you can get... It looks like you can get real close to it. That's unusual. So, I should have played around with this before we went head to head with it because there's a few things that hung me up with it, but I'm not super digging it. It gets hot. It gets really hot, but like it's blowing a ton of air. So like you can get super close to it. It doesn't feel like it's really going to burn the film in a way that a regular heat gun might. Woof, this thing is a cannon. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I think we're going to have to come back to using this. I'm curious to see where we're at on the time, though. There's heat. It gets hot. There's just so much air to back it up, though. Alright. Looks like a little bit at the very edge there. What are we at? Let's run on over there. See what we did. 330. Oof. Oof. Dang. That was sad. Yeah, this isn't as hot. The first setting isn't as hot because I can keep my hand here. The second setting, that starts getting hot, so it should be on the second. And then this is your airflow. So this is the metal part, so you can do this. This is a little warm, but it definitely is not burning hot. Without it, it would be crazy. Huh. We're gonna have to play around with this, I think, a little bit more here. So we're at $330. I don't right now. No, it's definitely not worth it. It's too funky to me. I'm still sticking with the $20 Wagner, man. I want to play around with it because I have been told it's one hell of a heat gun. From like a pretty reputable person. But maybe I'm just so used to the Wagner, but yeah, it blows a ton of air. It does get hot, but you gotta put it like stupid close to it. So give me a little bit with it. That was a fun comparison there. Right out of the box, a Wagner versus that.